Hi, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Mateen, and I'm really happy that you took out time to talk to us. And as far as I know, you cleared CBSE NET exam in December 2015. So first of all, I would like to welcome you. How is your day going, and how was your UGC NET experience?
Good morning, Garima. It's nice talking to you, and thank you for inviting me to a session wherein I can give feedback with respect to the UGC NET examination. Yes, it's a weekend, it's a good day, and I'm happy that we are able to catch up.
How was your experience for preparing for the NET exam?
Yes, I would say this was my third attempt with respect to taking up the UGC NET for management. I took the first attempt when I was doing my post-graduation. I was in my fourth semester, wherein I was able to take the first attempt just to see how it looks like. And when I wrote it for the first time, I realized that yes, I might need 4 to 5 more years just to prepare for it and take it, because it was just so deep. Then I luckily passed the next year because I got the right materials from Human Peritus, which eventually boosted the learning, and it eventually gave me a grip on how you can learn in a focused way so that you can be more closer in terms of clearing the exam. So I would say NET is not an easy thing, because for most of the people, I can say there were candidates who were taking the 10th attempt, the 12th attempt, and there were a few who were writing it from the past 10 years and 15 years. So I would say I am amongst the lucky ones who have eventually managed to clear it. And I thank that I got the right materials from your side.
Thank you, Martin. That's really good to hear. I would like to know, I know that you're from Bangalore, so I would like to know where you did your graduation from and your master's from, and how did you decide that you want to give UGC NET exam?
Based out of Bangalore, it is the city of a lot of colleges. I did my graduation from Bangalore University in Commerce in the year 2009 to 2012, wherein my majors was marketing. And then I did my post-graduation in management with specialization into operations and marketing, which was from again Bangalore University. To specify the college, it was CMRIT College based out of Bangalore. So yes, this was my curriculum with respect to the graduation and post-graduation.
All right, that's really good to know. So my next question will be that coming from a commerce background, you might have some subjects that you were very comfortable in, and there might be some subjects that you were not comfortable in at all. So my question is, name any two subjects that you were not comfortable with, and what was your strategy to deal with those subjects?
To specify the subjects wise, for any commerce graduate, accounting seems to be a comfortable patch. But when I looked into the syllabus of NET, and accounting was where there was, I would say, a failure from my side specifically. Accounting seemed to be very difficult. And second was NET syllabus for management included approximately 14 subjects, if I'm not wrong, out of which we had operations, we had ethics, and we had a varied subjects which might not have been covered in both your graduation and post-graduation. So to call the toughest ones were mostly with respect to finance, which is introduction to financial accounting and the whole accounting part of it. Second was with respect to operations, which had a lot of other deep dive syllabus with respect to productions. So those two were tough, and eventually these were the hassles and bottlenecks, I would say.
Okay. And what was your strategy? Did you leave the subjects completely, or you just focused on questions with the difficult subjects? What did you think of? How did you deal with them?
Eventually, what I did is the materials which were provided, I supplemented it with the basic study with respect to understanding the concept in detail. And then what I did was I looked to the material which was provided by Human Peritus, where the objective questions, the option-oriented questions were well in detail. It helped me narrow down to choose the right option, because you know how the questions are framed. The sequence of A, B, C, D is so close that it is really tough to choose the right one. You might see this is right, and you might see the C, and that is right. So eventually, learning through the trick of understanding how close you can be to select the best possible option was the key stroke that I learned through the materials which were provided, and that's how I was able to have a grip on them. But eventually, yes, until and unless you have your basics strong, you might not be able to eventually narrow down to a solution. So that's the success. All you need to have the right basics, and then work out on the materials which have been provided in order to have a grip on them. Then you do a lot of multiple choice answering by yourself, and then you do the right correction, and then you will be able to have a grip on how you can best put across yourself in terms of answering the multiple choice questions.
Wow. So despite of all the difficulties, you came out shining at the other end, which is really commendable, and we congratulate you for clearing your exam. My next question is that after clearing the NET exam, did you feel that there was a change in the kind of opportunities you were getting, and how did it impact your career?
This is the most important question for anybody who would like to take this examination, who wants to pursue a career with respect to PhD, or they want to start with teaching as an assistant professor across any university in India. So this is, I would say, the baseline, or this is the gate pass for anybody who wants to pursue a career with respect to PhD. The best option is if you clear it with a good merit, you will be able to get the PhD seat in the best possible universities. So this is one of the gate pass, I would say, clearing NET. Second is with respect to employment opportunity. I would say anybody who wants to pursue a career with respect to teaching, you can clearly notice these days that if you want to teach for a post-graduational course, which is MBA, which is MCOM, you need to have a NET certificate, or you have to have cleared the NET, or else you're not eligible in, I would say, 90% of the universities and colleges. So sometimes I would say NET is the only option that you have to clear in order to get your teaching job, or you want to get into PhD with respect to a good university, then again that is the right choice for you. So these are the two options, and I would say these are the most commendable gate passes for you to eventually start your teaching as well as research.
So if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing currently, and did this have an impact on your own career personally?
Yes, when at first I was working at E&Y, which is one of the big four audit companies across the world. I worked there as an analyst for global tax operations, supporting US taxation. So that is the time when I cleared NET in the year 2015. So I worked at EY for almost a duration of 3 years. When I cleared NET, I started applying through colleges in Bangalore, and I got through an employment opportunity at one of the prestigious colleges just because I had NET as completed. So they called me for an interview, and I was able to crack it, and I started teaching as an assistant professor at one of the colleges associated with Bangalore University, and I taught there for a duration of 1 year. And then I currently am working with Accenture, and I am a SAP senior analyst. You can call me a transaction processing analyst with respect to audits in terms of supply chain, and I right now work for countries like UK and Ireland, and I support the whole European Union in terms of SAP super user.
That sounds like a amazing journey, and I congratulate you again on whatever you've achieved so far, and we send our best wishes to you for the upcoming endeavors in your life. And I would like to thank you again for taking out time to do this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Garima. It was nice talking to you. Have a good day.